All right, y'all ain't know how stepping with Marcus J is live. We in the building, ready to have an outstanding show as we do every single Monday live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio. We got a lot to get into tonight. I'm so excited. I'm not even going to tease it. I'm just going to let you know you're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. It's called Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J, and it's live right now.
Yeah. It's about that time. It's about that time to get. Yeah.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying, then they must be half stepping. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is live. We in the building. Be down with us tonight by calling us at 804-402-2893. Be part of the flagship show. Heard live from the Dana Legacy Internet Radio. Thanking everybody for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate those folks that are checking us out on Facebook Live. I see you, WB. What's happening, brother? I see you, Tavon. What's happening, brother? We see you, Tiffany. What's going on, sister? And we see our sister Journey already checked in to us on Facebook Live. We appreciate the folks that are checking us out on TuneIn, folks that are checking us out on our home website, www.legacyinternetradio.com, as well as those folks who are checking us out on Streamer, as well as on the replays on iTunes and on YouTube, because y'all rock with us. We roll with y'all. 804-402-2893. I am outstandingly happy today. I don't know, it's not the appropriate usage of the word, but I'm going to use it that way because I'm so excited. You guys know that one of the biggest things that we are proponents of here on Legacy Internet Radio is group economics. We are also people who like to support our own, support black businesses, and things of that sort. And so leading off the show, joining us on the live line is a sister who saw a need and she filled the need. She came to her conclusion because of a very personal reason, and I'm going to have her share her story. So without any further ado, we have our sister on the live line. Our sister Linda Keedy is joining us. How you doing, Linda?
Hello, Marcus. I'm doing fine, thank you.
We appreciate you joining us here on Legacy Internet Radio. We appreciate your entrepreneurial spirit, and we're going to definitely get into your business and what exactly you do, because once I had an opportunity to kind of go through the website and kind of learn a little bit about you, I came away fascinated. And so I'm absolutely glad to be able to bring you on the show and share with our listeners the great things that you're doing.
Oh, thank you, Marcus.
What I want to do is I want you to start off by telling us the name of the website. Don't give too much because I want to kind of build up to something, but I want to start off by you giving the name of the website and just a very, very brief synopsis of what the website is, what you do, and then I'm going to come back and have you kind of share with us what your inspiration was.
All right. So, Marcus, thank you for having me on your show. It's a delight to be here, and I really appreciate the opportunity. My website is www.kiessekids.com. So that's www.kiesse, as in Sam, K-I-D as in David, S as in Sam.com. That's again kiessekids.com. And so what we do, we offer party supplies for for our children because we found that there was a need for it, and but there was almost nothing available on the market.
Right.
So we decided to go ahead and fill that need. So for the moment, we only do party supplies for our children.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to your inspiration, but one thing that is absolutely noticeable is that beautiful, beautiful accent that you have. Where are you from?
I am originally from the Congo in Central Africa, but I was born and raised in West Africa in Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay.
I speak French as my first language.
French is your first language. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's awesome. Where did you say you were born in West Africa? I didn't catch that.
In West Africa, it's Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire. Okay.
Côte d'Ivoire, yes.
Awesome. Tell me about the conversation that you had in the spring of 2015 with your little girl. That is kind of the origin of where the business came from. Is that not right? Is that not correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Okay.
So I'm a mother of 3 children for now.
Okay.
And my daughter is now, Kelly, she's now 5 years old. So as you said, in the summer of 2015, she was about 3.5 years old. And she really young mind. She was watching cartoons a little bit before, but just the generic cartoons. About 2 months after, she started watching cartoons about princesses, about cartoons such as Rapunzel, Red Robin Hood, and so on and so forth. All these, the main princesses cartoons. She made a comment that really stuck with me. That I was shocked. She made a comment. I don't really want to say what it was because it's really painful. But she insinuated that she was not comfortable in her own skin and she wanted somebody else's.
Right.
I knew one day, she's my first child, and I knew eventually I would have a conversation about race with my children, not at 3.5. I thought maybe 7, 8, 9, but not so young. So I was really heartbroken that my daughter told me about that so young.
Right. That had to be a tough conversation to have to deal with someone so young. My daughter's 13, and I observe her, going through what she goes through. I mean, living in the culture that we're in, everything that's on television, unless you take the time to immerse your children in their culture beyond what is Americanized culture, you may find yourself dealing with such things. So what happened next?
If I may say about what you said, she was only 3.5, but I was already teaching her about her background. I was teaching her that she was African. I was explaining to her where, mommy and daddy came from, and I was giving her dolls, that looked like her, black dolls. Right. But you'll be amazed of the power of the media, the power of the TV, of what they see, the images that they receive. Right. So, despite what I was trying, I thought I was doing a good job, but I guess I wasn't working hard enough. Right. So, I'm sorry. Repeat your question again.
No.
What did I do after that? Okay.
Right. The next step. So this was in the spring of 2015. So what happened after this initial conversation? Because I know many of us have self-esteem issues. Some we care to share, and others, we don't. Was that ever something that you ever had to deal with personally? That was this autobiographical to have this conversation with your child so young?
I had to do it so young because she brought up the subject to me so young. I wasn't ready for that at that time. I just wanted to help her know who she is, be confident in who she was. Right. But as a child, yes, personally, I had, issues like that, even though I grew up in Africa, was surrounded by people that looked like me. Again, the power of media was so strong that, personally, it affected me also growing up. It's something I was able to shake off way later on in my adult life. But it's something, so when my daughter said something like that at such a young age, it brought back memories of where I was also.
Right. So that is how you related to what your daughter was asking you, tell me what you ended up doing. What happened next after this conversation? What steps did you take?
All right. And so because I was affected personally also myself when this event occurred, I said, oh no, we are not about to repeat history. I do not want this to happen again to my children. So her birthday was coming up. As I said, she was 3.5. And her birthday was coming up in August, and I vowed that for her birthday I would find party supply because, it's a big day for them. It's very important for children. They look forward to that day. They talk to everybody, invite everybody. They're really proud on that day. It's their day for once. So for that big day of hers, I vowed that I was going to find party supplies that featured African-American little girls like her. And so in preparation for her birthday, I searched online, I went on different websites days after days after days, and I was surprised to see that there were only 2 options. Only 2.
2 options.
Only 2 options for African-American girls. And not to say that, there's absolutely nothing for boys. There were only 2 options. And all of a sudden I had the idea, why don't you just make your own? And I thought wow, I never thought about that. Yeah, why don't I make my own? And so I started researching, finding if there was a need for it. I read articles about moms desiring such items, having the need for their children as well. But the supply really wasn't there. And after doing so much research, I found that there are about 6 million African American children in the U.S. that are between the age of 0 to 10 years old. But for all these children, there are only 2 options for girls for party supplies that with characters that resemble them.
Right, just 2.
Only 2. Only 2.
Man, that's...
And at that time, my daughter was into ballerina. She was into cowgirls and all these different things. And there was nothing for her, really.
Right.
And, yeah.
So tell us about the website. Tell us what it means. Tell us one more time about the company that you created, because you mentioned that, you realized that there wasn't anything out there, so you had to go and do it yourself. So tell us about that.
Exactly. And so that, at that very time, I received the idea, and I brainstormed, thought a lot about it, how to go about it, tried to, find out if there was really a need for it, and I found out that there was. And so I created my own company, making these party supplies, not only catering to girls, but also to boys. Like I said, there's nothing for African-American boys. And after searching, I found out there was nothing out there, really not many options. And I thought, wow, how do moms from other ethnic backgrounds feel about that as well? Their kids don't have anything to really identify with. And so my goal was to make these party supplies for our children, but also instill in them value of beauty, value of worth, value of self-esteem, of self-love of themselves, but also to accept other people as they are. There's so much bullying in the schools. Children have go through so much at such a young age. We want to instill these values in them. That's also one of the goals of Kiesse. And so Kiesse means joy in our language from the Congo. And so we use that word joy and use it also in the slogan. Our slogan is Joy for Kids, Embracing Diversity. And we created Kiesse when we were doing only party supplies, as I was saying, for girls and for boys, and also instilling value in our children. It's really important to see themselves reflected outside of themselves. You can imagine on any given child's birthday and having a character that looks like them. If I can give an example quickly, I had somebody at the daycare who had his birthday party, and he ordered a football player party supply team, and the kids were amazed because at his party the kids were amazed. Oh, is that you, Andrew? That really looks like you. That's really nice. Where did you find it? So and he was so proud to see. Oh yeah, that could be me. It kind of looks like me a little bit. And so that's what we do. So currently on our website we have created so far we have created 4 characters. There's Limba. an African girl. There's Andre, who comes from Baltimore, an African-American boy. We have Luciana from Peru, and we have Mateo from Brazil. So all the different characters that we have different party supplies for them.
Man,
right now on our website.
As I'm sitting here listening to you talk, man, I'm in awe at that. And it's unfortunate because I shouldn't be. We should have a world that's so diversified if we really are who we say we are, that, for someone out of the need of building up the self-esteem of their children would have to actually go and create these things themselves. But that brings me back to the pride that I feel even now having a conversation with you, because you did that. Like, you did that. You know what I mean? You did that. I mean, that's real talk, man. I'm so happy and honored to be able to talk with you. And not only did you do it for your children, but you understood that the picture was bigger. And so you included, other so-called minorities. I don't care much for the word, but in the context of what we're talking about, so Peru and Brazil, and I mean, and of course, the black ones, man, that is really, really awesome. Those, of course, would be, I'm guessing those are your themes. Do you have any other services that we do in the company?
Right now, we only do the party supplies. So each character that we created has themes for the moment. We have other themes that we're planning on launching in the near future. Right. Eventually, we would like to do also some coloring books, ABC 1, 2, 3 books for children who are learning to write, having these characters in there, and having words, that come from different cultures. In the long eventually they also do cartoons. So because so we can have have it right there in their face, cartoons that talk about diversity, that talks about being proud of your heritage. We want to have our children have a value in themselves. So for now, we only do party supplies. But in the future, we want to integrate other things as well, and storybooks about these characters, how they interact together.
Okay. And I have Stepping with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We're talking with our sister and entrepreneur, Linda Keedy. She is the founder of an awesome company. It's called Kiesse. Am I saying that right? Kiesse?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, exactly
Kiesse.
Right.
It's called Kiesse. The website is www.kiessekids.com. KiesseKids.com. Before we close, Linda, I want you to, one more time, in your own words, tell us about the website. Tell us about exactly how someone can get in contact with you so that they could purchase your products. And I'm going to ask, Facebook Live, I'm looking right at you now, everybody that can see me, that means you, Michelle K, and that means you, AJ, and Desiree, and Shantae, and Chantel, all of y'all. I want y'all to go to the website right now, check it out. If you see something in there that fits your needs, I need you guys to support our sister Linda, especially because I know for a fact that a couple of you have small children, and so this is a perfect opportunity for us to practice what we preach when we talk about group economics, and we talk about supporting one another. We talk about supporting black businesses and things of that sort. This is a perfect opportunity, and it's a benefit because it's an opportunity to have your children see characters that represent them a little bit more than some of the more mainstream characters would. And, not to call anybody out as far as the networks that we watch on television, but I think we all know who the dominant personalities are. And these are personalities that are more representative of who we are and what we look like. But Linda, before we close, I want you to tell us one more time, in your own words, tell us about the website, tell us about what you do. This is the opportunity where anything that you want to relay to the audience, they have your ear right now. You have their ear. I'm sorry.
Okay, and so you gave the website correctly, KiesseKids.com. it's a really fun website. The parents can go there with their children, and they can see everything we have to offer. We have everything that they need, from lunch plates to party hats to very fun candles that they don't find on the market. We have everything they need for their party supplies for the big day of their children. We do not customize. We're not at that point where we can really do it now, but we're sure your children will love it. Our themes are original, and I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. And our prices also are very affordable. They're comparable to the major party supply stores out there. And everything you need is right there on our website. And so, as our brother Marcus was saying, this is an opportunity for us to teach our children that they matter. That we will be surprised we'll be surprised to see how much our children are getting from as you say, from other venues, and how much their subconscious is really collecting all that information. And so, it's our work as parents who love them, who want the best for them, to teach them otherwise, to teach them what the socially they don't find out there. Right. And also, I appreciate any support. We need to create wealth in our communities. We need to be able to employ our people. And build stronger communities. And it's important to raise our children correctly, the right way, because when we're gone, they'll be taking over, and we want them to do better than when we started. So we need to start, young, and instill all these values in them. So
Absolutely.
I think that's it.
Absolutely. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J, live from the Dana Legacy Internet Radio. Miss Linda, it has been a pleasure and an honor to have an opportunity to speak with you, and I've just implored our listeners, particularly the folks that can see me on Facebook Live, to support you. Mm-hmm. And our sister Michelle K has already said that she's going to check out the website, and hopefully, I know she's got some young people in her life, so I definitely hope that they will support you. I want to support you as well as your company continues to grow. You have a home here on Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J and Legacy Internet Radio. And so I would ask that, as you have new and exciting things to share, that you connect with me in the same way that we connected in this particular time. And we can definitely see about having you come back on and share some more of the great things that you're doing at Kiesse's Kids.
All right. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you to you, to your audience, and thank you it was really a pleasure being here. I appreciate the time that you have given me tonight. Absolutely.
You have a good night, okay?
Thank you. You too.
You got it. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J, live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. You can see the crew is rumbling. We're getting ready to bring them in. We're going to transition. We're going to take our first break of the night. And when we come back, it's time for the crew to be introduced. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to get to. Our brother, Mr. 3375, is in the room, and he's going to lead off the show in the next segment. He's going to take us in the Shan Pipple room. Marcus J, the crew I'll introduce on the other side, and you. Be back in a few.
Yo, it's Big Rube, Legacy in that rail. You know what I'm rocking with. Ain't no half step with Marcus J. Check us out, www.legacyinternetradio.com. Of course, as you know, independence is the key to building your legacy. It's Big Rube. You better be listening. Bow.
Holistic care for the mind, body, and spirit. Free Spirit Enterprises, LLC, is a parent company for Organic Creations, Jewelry by Design, Miller Publishing, and Consultation Services. Organic Creations offers you the best in natural, homemade skin and hair care products. Jewelry by Design allows you, the customer, to design your own jewelry, as it is custom made just for you. Thinking of self-publishing a book or novel? Check out Miller Publishing and Consultation Services. Free Spirit Enterprises is where holistic care meets mind,